What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your boy Bryce Sanborn, and I hope you're ready for a year in review. So basically, I'm just gonna go through the year and all the songs I released and just talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, maybe what I've learned, if anything, and just reflect, really think about some of the stuff. But let's get into it. Even though it didn't happen in 2018, it was the first song I released, so I'm going to talk about it. Fight me. The first song I released was 7-String Bliss. That was December 31st of 2017. I released that song at the end of the year because I had a New Year's resolution to release 2 original songs in 2018, and I didn't want to use that as one of my 2 because I thought it would have been too easy, and I really wanted to push myself and work harder for that to really earn it. With that New Year's resolution of releasing 2 songs, I currently have released 14 original songs, beating out my New Year's resolution by 12, which I'm very happy about. And that's not even counting like what I've done for Panda or for the band that I'm in. This is just me for my personal instrumental music. And that just makes me happy to think about. That count of 14 is not counting 7-String Bliss, I don't believe. So the first song of 2018 that I released was Alert, back in February. Now this song, the way it came out was kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting to write it, I didn't really plan it. Alert happened because I watched a video about how to write like Polyphia, and then I just had fun with it over the span of a day because I was on winter break and I had nothing else to do. The next song I released was some sax song, and there were great ideas I had. The intro was great. The progression and the backing was meh, and the ending was very chill. And then everything in between, it wasn't terrible, and I think average is giving it more credit than it's deserved. I just think that the execution could have been better. I basically just gave myself 2 days to write and record the saxophone part because I was being an idiot about it. So, for the future, I'm going to be less of an idiot. And so then I thought, I will never rush a song like that ever again. And so then we move on to the 3A Chronicles, where I rushed an entire EP. Just some sax song and the 3A Chronicles could have been so much better than they were. They both had great ideas, and it fell flat with the execution. And the greatest example is with, I had an idea for the title of the song, but I forgot what it was. True story, by the way. The bass line was sick. The drum part, I love it. The ending is tight. Everything else is just so forgettable. Like, it just so forgettable. And this is coming from the guy who wrote it. It could have been better. Everything could have been better. Listening to all of it again, I could have mixed it a whole lot better. I don't know how between Alert and the 3A Chronicles, how it got worse, because it shouldn't have been worse. None of the songs should have been worse in sound quality. I think it's good-ish at best, at absolute best, but it could have been better. So after that, I actually truly decided I was never going to rush anything like that ever again, because I don't want to give out a product. I don't want it to be a bad product. I want to give out a good quality product. That was definitely the case of quantity over quality, and I'm never doing that again. So, long thing about that aside, I'm moving on into the summer. 3A Chronicles came out a week after my school year ended, and then for the next 2 months I really didn't release anything because, I felt a little burnt out after rushing to write basically 6 songs in the span of 2 months, because some sax song came out March or April, somewhere between that, and then basically May, that's when the 3A Chronicles, I was feeling burnt out. And so the next song I released was within my newly formed band, Colors. It formed before I went to school, but nothing was done yet. We recorded and released Blur in August, and we recorded another song over my Thanksgiving break, and we're recording more through December and January, hopefully coming out with a new EP sometime in 2019. That's gonna be fun. I'm enjoying it. It's something I've wanted to do since high school, so finally doing it is just really fun for me. And then my school year began, and between September and now, I've released seven original songs for myself. There was Late Night Early Morning, that EP. Late Night Early Morning was the second EP I released this year, and to say it was rushed would be an understatement, because I recorded the lead guitar parts, mixed and mastered it, and then released it that weekend. And I recorded it on a Thursday night, a Wednesday or Thursday night, and then basically said, yeah, this Saturday I'm coming out with a new song, or the new EP. And then a week later, I released what I think is the best song that I released this entire year, which was Elation. Now, funny thing about Elation was, somewhere between the 3A Chronicles and Elation, not counting Blur, not counting Late Night Early Morning, because that was made differently, I was afraid of writing anything new, because I thought it would have sounded too much like Alert or all my other songs, because I was using kind of the same structure, kind of the same idea of that how to write Polyphia thing, and I thought I was going to make something too similar to it and not really have anything interesting or entertaining to listen to. It just would have been the same. But then irony came a-knocking, and after watching the same guy talk about how to write the same band, I had a new idea for Elation, and I just loved it. And I think the only reason it came out differently was because with Alert, I started with the chord progression, and then Elation, I went more towards the melody. And I don't think that made all the difference. Personally, I don't think starting with the chords and then going with the melody, or starting with the melody and going with the chord, I don't think what comes first matters and what makes a good song. I just think it's more of how you write the melody in the end, and I think just how I wrote the melody in the end was just better. I was more confident with playing guitar at that point, because I've been doing it a lot this year. So I was not playing I wasn't shredding or anything, but I was playing faster, and all the parts I was playing fast was fairly scalular. But then I finally did it. I finally added those lead harmonies. I mean, it was a long time coming, and I think it could make everything sound better just to have any really harmonies going along with the lead. And I'm not talking chordal harmonies, I mean the lead harmonies that I have in Elation. I just think it makes it sound more interesting, and just I think on a compositional aspect, on my personal recording and my mixing and mastering, I think that was the best song that I've released all year, without a doubt. And then the last thing I started doing of this year after Elation was I started making some more chill related music for my friend on Instagram, Pandemonium Artwork, where they make a nice little video, nice little peaceful video. I put some peaceful music, something to chill to, something similar to Late Night Early Morning, but less lo-fi-ish, in the sense that I'm not using my lo-fi VST plugin. That was the last thing I started doing. That leads me up to right now. So as of recording this year in review, it hasn't been released yet, but I made a music video for Elation, and I'm super hyped about that. Even though that I know it probably won't get that many views, I'm just super hyped to have actually made a music video. A lot of the time I thought I want to make a music video for a lot of the songs that I've released, but then I thought all I have is my phone camera and that's about it. And I thought there was no way I could make an interesting or just cool looking or just make a music video in any way, shape, or form. So I I cleaned my room, got my guitars, got my bass, got my drumsticks, played through the songs on guitars and bass, and then just air drummed it just to have fun. I enjoyed myself making it. And then I just edited it a lot in the post-production, and it looks cool. I think it looks really cool. The mirroring effects, like the filters and everything, I like how it turned out, and I hope everybody does too. Then again, I still don't think it's gonna get that many views, but I'm also not in it for the views. I'm just glad that anybody listens to it. Anyways, for 2019, what I hope to do is I hope to release more instrumental stuff that you can jam out to. Now, as I said before, Colors will be releasing more music. We've already recorded like another song. We're recording more. When I go back home, then I'll be mixing and mastering everything up until, it's time to release, to make sure it's all quality content for everybody. And for Panda, as far as I can tell, if Panda continues to make more of those chill videos, and I'll hopefully continue to make more chill tunes. Again, I'm really grateful for everybody who likes everything I put out, who's subscribed to my YouTube channel, who's followed me on Instagram and Twitter, who just watches, supports. I appreciate every single one of you, because it just motivates me to keep doing it, just really keep trying. I'm just happy to keep doing it. So yeah, thank you again, and I appreciate you, and shoot for more music in 2019. I'll see you in the future. Peace.